There was a time when average was enough, when showing up, doing your job, and bringing home a paycheck meant you were secure, when good enough felt safe and stability felt guaranteed. But that world is gone, and it didn't disappear loudly. It faded quietly until one day average stopped being noticed at all, because the world we live in now runs on abundance, speed, and choice, where anyone can learn anything, buy anything, access anyone, and compete from anywhere. And in a world like that, mediocrity doesn't stand out. It vanishes. It gets swallowed by the noise, because when options explode, only excellence survives. Only the remarkable gets remembered. Only value gets rewarded. And being average doesn't protect you anymore. It makes you invisible. Think about it. Average service doesn't get recommended. Average work doesn't get noticed. Average effort doesn't get rewarded. And average thinking doesn't keep up because the marketplace doesn't pay for effort. It pays for results. It doesn't reward hours. It rewards value. And value is created by those who choose to rise above what's common, not by luck, not by talent alone, but by deliberate growth, discipline, and standards. The safest place is no longer the middle. The safest place is at the edge, pushing, improving, becoming more than you were yesterday, because staying the same is no longer neutral. It's decline, skills expire, relevance fades, habits weaken, and the cost of average compounds quietly until one day you realize the world moved on without you. Comfort feels safe, but it's a slow poison. It lulls you into thinking nothing needs to change, while everything is changing. And that's why exceptional people don't chase comfort. They chase challenge. They understand that growth lives just beyond familiarity, that progress demands discomfort, and that adaptability beats readiness every time. In this new world, security doesn't come from a position, a title, or a routine. It comes from your ability to learn, to adjust, to improve, to raise your standards before the world forces you to, because self-imposed excellence is always cheaper than externally imposed change. The people who stay ahead don't wait for warnings. They become their own toughest critics. They refine their skills, sharpen their habits, and elevate their standards while others are still coasting. And they rely not on motivation, which fades, but on discipline, which compounds. Because discipline turns ordinary days into extraordinary results. It transforms consistency into inevitability. And it makes excellence predictable. Talent without discipline wastes potential. But discipline without talent becomes unstoppable. Because repeated action builds mastery, and mastery creates value the world cannot ignore. And environment matters too. Because who you surround yourself with, what you consume, and what you tolerate shapes your standards, your thinking, and your future. Which is why average environments breed average lives, and exceptional environments pull you upward without force. The true measure of success today is not whether you heat enough, but whether you're growing. Because improvement is the new currency. Stagnation is the real risk. And relevance belongs to those who refuse to plateau. Ultimately, the goal is not just to be better than average, but to become necessary to develop such skill, reliability, and value that your absence would be felt. Because when you become indispensable, competition fades, opportunity finds you, and influence follows naturally. Average is invisible, good is temporary, but necessary endures, and that level is never reached by accident. It's reached by daily choices, higher standards, disciplined habits, continuous growth, and the decision made again and again to refuse comfort, reject mediocrity, and become someone the world cannot replace.